Okay, we have two things to talk about in science today. The first assignment that you have is the moon tracker. And this is where you're going to be tracking the phases of the moon by going out and looking in the night sky. So it's really important that you make sure that you write the date on each line, and that you also shade only the lit portion. So this is going to be due Tuesday, February the 16th. And you're coloring only the lit portion with a yellow crayon or a yellow highlighter. Now, so for instance, I'm going to put my name at the top, and you're going to put your name at the top of yours. This was attached for you today in Google Classroom. I'm going to put my number over in the corner. For instance, today is the 4th of February. So if I were to go outside and look at the moon tonight, we actually just had a full moon phase not that long ago, last Friday, so we're moving in through our phases. If I were to go outside, it would look about like this. I'm showing only the lit portion of the moon, and it would be one half of the moon on like the top left side, because with the phases of the moon, as you are going through the phases, I always use the acronym with the kids, or always use the little song, right, 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 full, left, 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 dark. So if you're thinking about the phases of the moon, whenever you're waxing, you're getting larger, and whenever you're waning, you're getting smaller. So you're waxing to full, waning to new. This is actually from your textbook on page 372. So I always tell the kids it's right, 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 full, left, 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 dark. Right, 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 full, left, 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 dark. Right hand side, right hand side, right hand, full. Left hand, left hand, left hand, dark at a new moon. So right now we're actually going to be working our way towards a new moon, and then going back to our waxing phases as we're getting bigger. So this is what it would look like today. It's a waning gibbous moon was what it was a few days ago, and now we've just moved into the very beginning of our third quarter moon. So this is a third quarter moon. And again, this is just an example. I want you to go outside at night, take a look at the moon in the sky, see what it looks like, and only color the lit portion of the moon. Now, for instance, if it happens to be that day that you have something going on, you have dinner with your grandma that night for her birthday, it's okay, because today is the 4th of February, and I've given you until the 16th. You have 12 nights to go out and look at the phases of the moon, and only 7 nights on the tracker. Okay, so there's plenty of time built into it. Also, if, for instance, there's bad weather or some reason you can't get outside, a good website is called timeanddate.com/moon/phases, and then you'll ask you where your location is, and you can put your city. So if you're in Jacksonville Beach, Neptune Beach, Atlantic Beach, wherever you are, you'll put that city, and it will show you what phase that you're in. Now, I really don't want you to use the website. I would prefer that you don't go outside. I want you to get used to looking at the moon, seeing how it appears to travel across the sky, just like the sun appears to travel across the sky, and to see how it looks in the night sky. But this is a good website to just confirm what you're seeing, and also just to utilize if there's ever bad weather, or you, for some reason, you couldn't make it out to see the moon that night. Maybe if you like me and I live somewhere close to the beach and I have a lot of trees, sometimes it takes a little bit before I can see the moon come up from the east and get high enough in the sky where I can see it. So that's our moon tracker, and that's going to be due on the 16th of February after our long weekend. Then the other item that we're working on is our phases of the moon project. That looks like this. So for that, I went over some things with the class. If you're going to do a poster, that's your choices. You can either do poster or you can do Google Slides. So for the poster, you want to make sure you put a picture of Earth in the center, and then that you make an arrow to show the movement of the phases in order in a counterclockwise manner. So if you take a look at page 372, you're pretty much just copying what's on page 372. You see the Earth in the center. You see the phases of the moon in order around the outside. You see the arrow to show you the counterclockwise movement. You see the name of the phase and information about the phase. And you can copy this word for word from your textbook. So if you do a poster, You can print out pictures on the internet. You can do styrofoam balls that you have painted to show the lit portion of the moon. You can do a styrofoam ball in the center that is Earth. It's really up to you. The only thing that I say that you cannot do is Oreo cookies. They look oh so cute, but they are, the little kindergartners will stick their fingers in them if they're out in the hall, and they will drip down onto our walls because Oreos are not a natural product and they have a lot of saturated fat in them, and it tends to drip down the wall. So no Oreos. But so if you decide to do a poster, picture of the Earth in the center, it looks best when you do it on a black poster board. And because it looks like space, you can add some stars to it. You can use white paint pens on it, kind of look nice as well to show the arrows or anything. You can type the words and put them for the name of the phase and the description of the phase. And it just tells you a little more inside of the directions, but you want to make sure you have the name of the phase, a visual, some sort of picture of the phase, either styrofoam balls or painted styrofoam or painted golf balls. They're affixed to the poster board. It should just be regular poster board, not thick styrofoam board, and a description of each phase. You must have the title, Phases of the Moon. You must have an arrow to show the movement. Use page 372. I told the class today, mommies get so excited and they go on Pinterest and find all kinds of things for them. You let them help you a little bit to make it look fabulous, but they can't do Oreos, tell them. The phases in order in a counterclockwise manner, just like you see on page 372 in your textbook, and the Earth must be in the center. Okay. If you choose to do Google Slides, you would have 9 slides. One slide would show the picture of the Earth in the center with all the phases around it. And the other 8 slides would be one for each of the phases of the moon. One for the new moon with the title, New Moon, a picture of the new moon, and a description of the new moon as you see on page 372. Then another slide for the waxing crescent phase, and so forth. So you would have a slide for each phase, plus a slide with the picture of the Earth in the center and all the phases of the moon around it. And making sure if you do the poster, you have the arrow to show the movement. If you do the slide, you have the arrow to show the movement as well. Okay, so hopefully that helps to explain it. If you have any questions, just send me an email or a message through Google Classroom.